Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Moore's Monday Minutes. We have a few things to talk about and I want to start with the bond updates first. Stripes on the track. So we thought those were going to be done last week. There are some, just like we had with the football field, there are some mishaps with the track that we want to get those fixed before they go ahead and finalize everything and put the stripes on. So we're hoping to get those repairs done and then the stripes can happen this week. If the stripes are not complete, then the kids zone will be closed for this home varsity game on Friday. But we will definitely let you know an update on that Thursday and Friday for both those games. Field house expansion. So if you've been down by the football field, where our current locker room field house is, we are adding on, almost doubling that in size. That is going to be where we now store all our mats and track equipment and everything like that, and so we're not having to move those from over here by the high school back and forth when it's time. They'll just be down there and close. So that is definitely coming along. Elementary demo, it's the same as I told you last week. We have a whole lot of concrete that needs to get hauled off and they are still actively working on that. It's definitely looking more empty, and so you can get a little better idea of the space that we have to fill. So that's definitely exciting. So we were waiting on the block for our cafeteria expansion where we're adding those restrooms. That block has come in, so they're going to start putting that up where the restrooms are. All that outside wall structure is going to start going up. In the meantime, they are working on the inside of the cafeteria and getting all that set up. So once the outside restrooms are done, the inside will be prepped, and then they can start doing sheetrock and walls and all the finishings for that. Next is our transportation barn. And so if you drive by, the concrete's been poured. There's metal beams coming out of the concrete. You'll see that, and they are just cleaning up that site. So once that block is delivered, they'll be doing the same thing as they're doing with the cafeteria restrooms, and that structure will start going up also. So a lot of things happening simultaneously, and we're super excited. You are going to get some consents. So I know we did consents earlier, and we did an online push through. There were hard copies you could come get. There's 3 additional consents that have to come along with Senate Bill 12, and we separated them because they don't all apply to everyone. So main consents are the nurse, and it checks off all the basic things that the nurse does, and this includes everything from just first aid care. If your kid's throwing up, as far as giving a band-aid. And so we definitely need you, when we push those consents out, those need to be signed. The next one is the counselor, and this goes from everything from social emotional learning to academic advice. And so we'll need you to have that consent signed also, so that those counselors can guide those kids. The third consent, this really applies mainly for the olders. Our SHAC had met and we adopted a sex ed curriculum. The sex ed curriculum on the consent is broken down into topics. You actually have to consent to each of those topics. It's an opt-in or opt-out. If you want to opt in for 3 of the 8, you can. If you want to opt in for all of them, if you want to opt out for all of them. But we are definitely going to need you to sign those consents before they can attend those classes. Shout out to all the grandparents that came and attended grandparent breakfast for our pre-K through first graders. That was a super big success. Reminder that ASU College Night is tomorrow from 6 to 8. We have a board meeting this Wednesday at 6 o'clock. And I know it seems far away, but just if you're checking your calendars and putting it on there, remember, kids don't have school on September 22nd. It is a teacher work day, but we will not have kids at school. Games for this week. Junior high is away at Sterling City. That game's going to be at 6 p.m. Our JV is at home. They're playing Borden County. That's at 7 p.m. on Thursday. And then Friday, our varsity is playing at home at 7:30 against Holy Cross. And we look forward to seeing you all out there. Have a wonderful week.